from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for January 2024. So on January 23rd, we have Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money, moving out of Sagittarius energy, moving into Capricorn energy. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's unpack. First of all, I feel it's necessary to kind of do a little bit of a recap. Venus, of course, went retrograde in Leo energy back in July to about September of 2023. Now, why that's important is because when Venus retrogrades, it means that there's a certain collapse of that identity, of values, of priorities. We have a change of heart. It was around that particular point in time where the new version of self that we're now operating from was first introduced. And of course, we had to wait until Venus went direct in the heart and soul of the zodiac, which is the Leo energy. That is our real, true, raw, authentic, vulnerable selves. That is our soul, our spirit looking to get expressed here in the physical form through the physical body, through new values, through new priorities, through new happiness, new joys, new pleasures, new wants, needs, and desires to create. Venus is the goddess energy. She brings life into form here in this physical realm. And so the identity shift began back late summer, early fall. Of course, we had to go through the Virgo energy that helped us kind of rearrange and put things into order and kind of discern what it is that makes us happy, who it is that makes us happy, in order for us to process what it is that we had to let go of. And of course, when Venus moved into her rulership in Libran energy, that's where we kind of balance the scales. And if you take a little bit of a flashback back to that particular point in time, you would know Libra season was the most wackadoodle Libra season we've ever had. Talk about the dark feminine energy. That was the rising up, if you will, of this new identity. We had to balance the scales. Many of us had a huge fluctuation in our partnerships and our money matters at that time because, again, we had to collapse the old identity and what the old identity had created in order for there to be a space to create something new out of this new energy, this new worth, this new value system that we were working very hard to integrate. Venus's time through Scorpio energy was the deep emotional and spiritual transformation that we needed to go through in order to empower us, to put us in a placement of authority in our lives over our heart space, understanding where it is that certain aspects, again, needed to go, that shadow work that we had to do through Scorpio season, where certain aspects had to go and whatever was left over, we're now merging, integrating into one form. And of course, we really got to know this new version of self as it kind of popped off in this new moon in Scorpio back in November. And then, of course, she moved into Sag. So the Sagittarius energy that Venus has been in is about this new exploration of self, this change of heart, this new value system, these new priorities that we have. We've recognized the old aspects that we've outgrown, and the Sag energy tries to kind of open us up, make us a little bit more independent, a little bit more free to experiment. And of course, in the Sag energy, we have super big dreams. We have the most optimistic, confident type of mindset kind of going, but it was kind of muted, if you will, under the heaviness, under the weight of Capricorn season and all of the other planets, again, Mercury, Mars, in this Capricorn energy. So Venus, kind of took a back seat a little bit. She was kind of quiet, moving through the highs, the lows, the everything in between of trying to sort out what it is that she's now orienting herself towards, what it is that she wants to bring to life, what now has a deeper purpose, a deeper meaning as far as the people, places, and things that bring us happiness, stability, joy in our lives. So we're coming out of this Sag energy. And again, Sag energy is a mutable fire sign. Mutable energies really put us in a situation to want to change, to want to make some adjustments. And of course, that fire energy not only helps us burn through the cords, the attachments that we're holding on to in the past, it also helps regenerate us, refuel us, renew us in that heart space where values, priorities are concerned, especially when it comes to our happiness, our joy, our safety, security, and stability. So shifting into a cardinal earth energy that Capricorn energy is, again, the cardinal energy comes after mutable energies because the cardinal energy can now make the appropriate adjustments. We're able to kind of tweak our plans. We're able to pivot, if you will, and initiate a new path, a new direction based off of the epiphanies, the exploration that, of course, we kind of had and did in that Sag energy. So it is an earth energy, which means that we are slowing things down. Yes, we just moved into Aquarius season, giving us the biggest, broadest perspective that we could possibly have. We're having new sense of knowings, new information, new details coming in. We're acting as the observer. So having that particular Aquarius energy giving us the ability to kind of reprocess, if you will, our lives from a greater, grander perspective. Venus, now very concerned about relationships and money matters, as she always is, needs to come back down to earth out of that fiery energy of Sag that we were in and really get down to the nitty gritty of what has changed in our heart space, what that means for the people around us, who and what, again, make us happy, give us a sense of safety, security, stability, eliminating anything that does not do those things for us and pouring a little bit more into the aspects that do. So in true Capricorn fashion, we are very anchored, very, very present in the here and now. And we are very focused on what we need to do now in order for us to be successful in the long term. There is a seriousness, there is a somberness that comes with Capricorn energy. But when it comes to matters of the heart, what actually makes us happy, what it is that we want to be building towards, we should be in a serious mind frame in order to really get to the nitty gritty of what it is that our heart and our soul is asking us to pursue. Now, also keep in the back of your mind that Capricorn energy is the manifesting energy of the zodiac. So everything that we've been working on since Venus is retrograde in that heart and soul of the zodiac in Leo energy, late summer, early fall, now it's starting to actually be realized. It's coming into form. We're able to work with it. We're actually creating, again, earth energy, creating a particular realm and reality that is now going to be more in alignment with our heart, with our soul, with our happiness, with our joy, with what it is that we want to see last long term. So there's a lot going on here. And again, she's very focused on love and money, as she normally is. But we are going to take a business-minded approach to our heart space, to our affections. Now, there's not a lot of ooey-gooey emotions. That's not to say that we're, having no emotions at all. But there's a time and a place for ooey-gooiness, for PDA. We're not doing any of that in Capricorn energy. This is a very professional type of interaction. We are sitting down with the matters of the heart, having the conversations that need to be had with the people that need to be a part of it, and we're tackling the problems head on. We're coming up with a plan, with a path, with a strategy on what it is that we want to build, what we want to create, what we want to see more of, what we want to see lasting in the long term. So we're very matter of fact. We're very business minded. It's almost as if we're approaching our love, our relationship dynamics as a contract. And I think it's a very interesting dynamic to be able to look at relationships as a contract because it is a contract. There's a soul contract, karmic contract, playing with each and every individual that you choose to share your time, your energy, your space with. And so this is a time where we're taking a good look at the roles and responsibilities in each of our relationship dynamics, and we're negotiating the terms because we've had a change of heart. Things need to change. We don't want to sit in this stagnancy. We want to be building low and slow towards a new goal, a new vision that, yes, is going to be around for the long term and really put us in a place where we're cultivating more happiness, more joy, more safety, more security, more stability within this little piece of heaven that we are attempting to bring into this earthly form. So where relationships are concerned, we're definitely a little bit more reserved. We're a little bit more conservative, if you will. We're only talking on things that are matter of fact, that actually have the ability to change our long-term vision, our long-term dreams and goals. And we are definitely pouring into the right kind of connections. Now, if you're meeting new people at this particular point in time, it's going to take a while for us to warm up to them. We like what is traditional, what is old, tried, tested, and true in this Capricorn energy. So if you're meeting new people, there's probably going to be some resistance to actually let them in. There's definitely some guarding going on, but we want to just kind of be the observer. Again, that Capricorn energy is the general foreman, if you will, of the zodiac, which means that we are just observing. We're trying to take in what it is that we could do better, what it is that we need to do in order to bring this greater, grander vision, this dream, this goal to life. Now, when it comes to money matters, we are business minded, which is going to be a great thing, especially coming out of a period of time that the holiday season tends to get our budgets all a mess. We have new financial goals. We have new dreams and visions that overall we are going to need some financial support in order to actually align with. And so this is a time for us to get serious with the visualization of what it is that we want to accomplish and really pour into that planning stage. We need to really sort through all the different variables, all the different options available, and what our heart, again, Venus, is asking us to pursue. So with this particular energy, yes, we're going to slow things down because slow and steady wins the race. We understand if we want things to actually manifest in our long term and be around for us in the long term, that we have to take our time building each particular step right now. We have to boss up. We have to take on new roles and responsibilities. We have to have tunnel vision in a lot of those particular arenas in order to understand what the greater, grander vision actually is, and then break it down into manageable pieces, achievable pieces in the here and now. We are making moves to align ourselves to actually be able to manifest, create, give form to a lot of the vision, a lot of the dreams, a lot of the inspirations and downloads that are now starting to pop off, connect the dots, piece together, and make sense.